It's another day with Financial Beacon Consulting. Today we're gonna teach about registration of a company in Kenya. And first and foremost, registering a company in Kenya, there are a number of steps involved. First, it's important that you need a clean, practical guide for anyone who wants to formalize a business the right way in Kenya. The first thing needs to be in your mind is about e-citizen BRS, KRA PIN compliance. A practical guide for founders, traders, and growing business is here to follow. Kindly stay tuned. Registration turns an idea into a recognized legal business. A registered company can create a more trust, but it can also create compliance responsibilities. First thing you need to know is about credibility. Clients, suppliers, and partners take a registered company more serious, and it's important to know that as someone aspiring to own a business or as a founder, the next thing which is important also is banking and finance. A certificate of incorporation supports business bank accounts, tenders, and funding discussions. So it is very, very key in that area. Another area which you need to know is about continuity. A company is separate from the owners, making ownership and succession easier to manage. And the next one is compliance discipline. It's important that registration creates obligations such as filing, tax registration, and proper records. So it's important to know this as we progress. Choose the right business structure before you register. Do not just register blindly. The best structure depends on ownership, risk, growth plans, and compliance capacity. As a sole proprietor, it's simple and common for one person trading, but the owner and the business are totally not separate. Number two is on partnership. Useful where two or more people are running a business together under agreed terms. Another structure is private limited company, normally preferred for growing businesses because ownership is by shares and limited liability is limited. And the fourth structure is on limited liability partnership. These can suit professionals or joint business that want partnership flexibility with limited liability. Prepare the information BRS will ask for. It is important to note that good preparation reduces rejected application and delays. So majorly, it's important, number one, you need a proposed company name. Pick a clear name that is not too similar to an existing company and does not mislead the public. The next step is directors and shareholders. Have names, ID stroke, passport details, KRA pins, contacts, shareholding percentage ready. The third step you need is a registered office. Prepare the company address including county, building or location, postal, and contact details. The last step is which is number 4, prepare a business activity. Describe what the company will do in plain, accurate terms. The company registration journey is online. That is the point I want you to know as a listener, that the company registration journey is online. It is purely online. So BRS handles company registration through e-citizen. Think of it as 6 practical steps from identity to certificate. The first step is prepare IDs, identity cards, contacts, directors, and shares. Then do application, apply, use the BRS on eCitizen. The next step is name. Reserve stroke search proposed name. Details needed are directors, shareholders, address, then pay. The payment is done to the government fee, which is via eCitizen. Then finally, certificate. You will need to download incorporation document. The important area is that name reservation and company registration are now handled together in the BRS online. A good company name must pass basic checks. So it's important, my listener and viewers, that a good company always needs to pass some basic checks. BRS may reject names that are too similar, offensive, misleading, or restricted. So the key is to note that avoid copying existing names. A name that closely resembles another registered company can be rejected. And the next thing is avoid government sounding names. Words that suggest that authority, public institution, or protected status may need approval. And the third one, keep it professional. Do not use offensive, abusive, or misleading words. And lastly, make it brandable. Choose a name customers can pronounce, remember, and trust. Know the official cost and timeline before you start. According to BRS fee guidelines and or guidance, private limited companies registration is listed at 10,650 Kenya shillings, and the typical processing time is roughly between 3 to 5 days. So the budget, based on it, number one, budget for official payment. Pay through the eCitizen process and keep the payment confirmation for your records. And let no one cheat you that payment is done through cash or give me this, unless he tells you the open way that this payment will be done through eCitizen, and he advises you accordingly. That is the best way. The next one is confirmation. Confirm fees before paying. Government fees can change from time to time, so always verify the amount shown on on eCitizen or the BRS at the time of application. It's important that number three is very key. You need to avoid shortcuts. Do not just pay an official intermediary who promise suspiciously fast or guaranteed approvals. That is not there. You have to follow the right procedure. The last one is track the application. Monitor your eCitizen or BRS account until the certificate and documentation are issued. After incorporation, the real work, the real compliance work begins. A certificate is the start of business discipline, and it is not just the end. So the first one, download and store documents. Keep the certificate, the CR documents, share details and any official communication safely. Register and manage tax matters. Ensure the company has right KRA PIN and understands tax obligation before trading. Open proper business record. Use business bank account, accounting records, and separate business money from personal money. And the last point is check sector licenses. Some activities need county or regular licenses before operations begin. These are the common mistakes that can cost a new company money. Most problems come from rushing, guessing, or failing to maintain records after registration. Number one, wrong ownership details. Shareholding should match what the owners have agreed, preferably in writing. Poor name and choice. Names that are similar, confusing, or add to brand can delay approval and weaken marketing. So it's important to note those such key areas. And number three, ignoring tax setup. A company should understand its tax position before issuing invoices or receiving large payment. And lastly, mixing personal and company money. This weekend's accounting, tax compliance, business decision making. Register correctly, then build with discipline. The best companies not only register or just registration. It is well structured, compliant, and financially organized. Before registration, it is important to choose the right source and the right structure, confirm ownership, prepare documents, and select a strong name. During registration, apply through BRS, e-Citizen, pay official fees, and track approval. After registration, set up tax, banking, accounting, licenses, and government records. If you need help, where help is needed, consult Financial Beacon Consulting for registration guidance, compliance, and business financial support. We'll be happy if you like, follow, share, and consult more with Financial Beacon Consulting. We are ready at all times.